Welcome back! I wanted to post the reveal video today, but unfortunately we're still waiting on a few more decor items to come in. So what I'm going to do now is switch up the schedule and post the full interview with Jessica Mihalisko. Jessica has more than 20 years of experience as a designer, and she is a specialist in kitchen and bathroom remodels. She is the Director of Operations at Slate, and she has been there for 5 years. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. We are with Jessica Mihalisko of Slate, and she is the Operations Director, and she is going to talk us through expectations for home renovation. So welcome, Jessica.
Thanks, Nancy.
So a homeowner comes to you and says, I want to get my kitchen renovated.
Yep.
Let's talk about what they can expect in the process.
Generally, when we first meet our clients, we're going to talk to them about what they want to do with their home. So if we're looking at a kitchen remodel,
Right.
we're going to find out what you like about your current kitchen, what you don't like, what you hope to change, and really about your lifestyle and how you're going to interact in your space, and your plans for the future as well are really important.
Definitely. Oh my God, yes.
We always make sure that we talk about overall investment range as well, because that's a big part of what we want to make sure that we can achieve is a dream kitchen, but with budget in mind.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be realistic here.
Let's be realistic, exactly. So what we'll do is we will come and do a site assessment at your home, and we'll take measurements. The design team will go back and we'll come up with a preliminary design concept, a scope of work, and a target investment range.
Okay.
So when we meet, we're going to present all those things to you and show you what we've come up with. Now that kitchen that we're designing isn't customized to you. That comes later in the process when we get into our design and project development phase.
Okay, gotcha.
But really what we're trying to do is set a budget, do a preliminary design, and give you a scope of work so you know what we're including.
Okay, good.
And if you feel like we're a good fit, like you felt for us,
Yes.
and we felt for you, we loved working with each other.
Oh, yes, totally, yeah, definitely.
We will start into our design phase. So
Okay.
that's when you meet with your designer, and you are working with Shannon.
Exactly, yeah.
And we will fully design your project in that phase. So we will figure out the finishes with the floor plan, and even little things like where the switches are going to go, where
The lighting you're going to have. It's a really exciting phase because you get to see your dream take shape.
Yeah, absolutely. And we make sure that we do all the planning up front. Because that's when we get into the actual construction, things go a lot more smoothly.
Right,
if you plan in advance, work out all the details, it's a lot easier.
Measure twice, cut once.
Exactly. So we will do a plan, and then we also do a trade walk. So the teams
what's a trade walk?
A trade walk is once the design plan is done, everything is figured out by you and your designer, we're gonna have a trade day here at the job site. So our plumber, our electrician, anybody that is a vital crew member is gonna come and take a look at the space.
Right, oh good.
And make sure that what we wanna do, we can do.
Oh, it's feasible. Make sure everything is feasible. We're not just dreaming big sky stuff.
Right. Make sure that if we wanna move the sink across the room, we can do that.
We can do it.
Yep.
We didn't, but you
We did it, but you can't.
Exactly.
So then we put all of that information together and prepare a contract for remodeling.
We had our demo date set, and one of the things I was really curious about is whether they would come in and demo everything at once or if they would demo in sections. So tell us about that.
Well, demo is a big day. We're first going to start by bringing the dumpster. So that's the big thing, so we can put everything in it. We're going to pad and protect your area. We're going to tape everything off, and then we're just going to go to it. We are going to demo everything at once.
Oh my gosh, the day that they came in, he was doing his thing, and I really thought that it was like the homeowner shows, right? Where you get this big padded sledgehammer thing and you just go whacking in there. So I walk in, I'm like, yeah, hey, can I get me doing it? And he's like, yeah, sure, here's my tiny hammer, normal hammer. So I literally whacked at it. Our cabinets were so strong that I didn't even make a dent. Even in the soapstone, I literally, nothing.
Oh, you're gonna have to show me that video. It's actually easier to take cabinets off the wall in full pieces and then break them down and put them in the dumpster. We're also used to like HGTV shows and people with their big sledgehammers going at it, but really in the actual world of remodeling, it's pieces and parts.
And all at once, so everybody could come in and do their rough-ins.
Yep. So really, we just want to get everything out, so on day one, you have to make sure that your kitchen is no longer. It is saying goodbye. We'll keep the refrigerator out so you can use that during the remodel.
Very key. Yeah.
But be ready to lose your kitchen on day one.
Are they going to be coming in like every day, 8 hours a day, and just doing their thing? Or how does that whole schedule work, and how does that timing work?
Yeah. Well, we do have a schedule, which is which is great, and we use our online project management portal, to be able to show that schedule. I always like to think that remodeling is like an ebb and flow, right?
Yes.
Like we have trades coming in and out. It is orchestrated, but we always have to be flexible.
Right.
Flexibility is key because, as you know, in remodel, sometimes things go awry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find things that you don't expect.
Right.
Sometimes the plumber has a delay. Sometimes the electrician's work might take 2 days instead of 1 day.
Right.
So I guess to specifically answer your question, everybody does not come in at once.
Right.
Because that is too many people in one space. Our schedule is planned out for the trades to come in. Demo is done, then rough-in trades are done. Once that is inspected, then we start with our drywall is installed, and then some of our painting, cabinetry. It is all scheduled out in a nice flow.
Now, do the tradespeople work 8 hours a day every day, or do they come in like they're going to be here Monday and Tuesday, but not Wednesday and Thursday?
Right. It really depends. Most of the work is done in, let's say, chunks. They're going to come in for specific tasks and complete those.
Right.
Drywall is one of those funny things that, like, you get started, you're going to do your drywall patching, and then you're going to mud it, but you can't do anything until that mud dries. So they're not going to spend the entire day here. They're going to go to potentially another job and continue some work there.
Exactly.
So it is very orchestrated, but no, they do not work 8 hours a day every day.
And of course you need to be flexible because other jobs may run over or other things may happen. So that pushes the schedule back because you're not just working on my project solely. I mean, it's not all about me. Even though I think it is, it isn't. So we have to be patient and flexible when things change.
Absolutely. We do have, we have an incredible team. Our tradesmen rotate between our jobs.
Right.
And, we only are working on a few jobs at one given time. Right. But, it's our project manager's responsibility to be able to schedule those trades and have them rotate throughout the jobs.
Right, exactly. What can people do to make it easier for them to plan for Reno, to get ready for Reno?
This is something I feel like I'm an expert in at this point. I think the biggest thing that you have to remember is that this is temporary. Right. This is something that our clients have been wanting to do, that you've been thinking about doing for a really long time.
Yes, years.
And you're saving up the money, you're planning, you're dreaming, and then the time has finally come where you've hired the right contractor, you've done all the planning, you've done all the designing, and now demo's gonna happen, and you're gonna have to kind of sit back and let it go and let it happen.
Once most of the renovation is done and you're kind of in this weird phase, like we're kind of in this phase of where everything is done, but there are a few things that need to be done, what actually happens? What can homeowners expect?
So we consider a project almost done at substantial completion.
Right.
So you'll have a walk with your project manager and you'll go over everything. And that'll be a point where your space is able to be used as it's intended.
Okay.
So you can use your kitchen. You can put your dishes away if you'd like. You can, you can start really functioning in your space, but there might be some trim, there might be a little bit of drywall work, there might be some shelves to put up, or something that might be under warranty from the cabinet manufacturer, like there's a ding in the door and that needs to be replaced.
Exactly.
So while we're not in your home every day, we definitely need to still have access to your home.
Exactly.
So it's It's a little bit of an odd time because we aren't
Right,
here every day
yeah.
as usual. You know, we're not showing up at 8 o'clock.
Hello,
Hey,
ring
good
the doorbell, come on
morning.
in.
Right. So what we rely on is our schedule and our messaging to
Right.
know when crews are going to be coming in. And, you know, it is smaller times when they're going to be
Yeah.
here. They're coming in specifically for 1 or 2 tasks.
Yeah. Is it hard to schedule those little 2-hour bits?
Yeah.
Because you've got like other stuff going on, which
Yeah.
are like day-long projects, and then you've got these little fiddly bits all around
Yeah.
that you need to like kind of slot in.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you wouldn't see that and understand it.
Yeah,
You know, that when our crews are starting a project, more time is going into that
Right.
particular phase. Where you get toward the end of the project,
Yeah.
you know, and there's smaller hours, the scheduling is a little bit more spread out.
Again, thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with me about not only our project, but Slate's workflow in general. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I'm going to leave the link for Slate down below, and then you can check them out online. But thanks a lot.
Thanks, Nancy.
I hope you enjoyed this interview with Jessica and picked up a few things along the way. I will be back soon with the reveal video. I'm not going to say next week because we know how that goes. So anyway, until then, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.